Hello everybody and welcome to round number 11 of the Sunoco Elite Series. We are back at Michigan after it's completely repaid. It looks so much nicer now and it drives a lot different than it did before. Last time we were here, Roman Rahal took it away here and he's in the field today, so could he pull it twice in a row? On the pole today, as we approach the latter half of the season, Eric Monaco starts his momentum streak as he starts on the pole for Michigan alongside Zach Smith, which I believe this is the best Red Stallion start all season long. In row 2, Adam Vincent, the Portland winner, hasn't been carrying a lot of momentum lately coming into the latter half, so we'll have to see if he can keep gaining momentum from this third place spot and maybe win the championship alongside William Brock, who, like I said, still looks like he hasn't been gone. And I'm really impressed with William Brock lately. In row 3, we have Sebastian Torres, who slowly but surely has been making his way through the order in points. I believe he's in the top 15, I'm not sure. But Torres, coming into the latter half of the season, we'll have to see if he can pull off a championship from this far behind, alongside PJ Karanko, whose season hasn't started out, or no, his season started out pretty great so far, and he's looking to maybe keep it up and maybe get maybe get a good finish finishing out the season. In row 4, we have the hometown hero, Vance Caldwell, Michigan. Oh my, this is going to be different for him, because I believe he's the only Michigan native. I'm not sure about that, but he is one of the bigger ones as he's starting on row 4 alongside Jeffrey Finguy, who's very high in points for the ride he has. So watch out for Finguy. And in row 5, we have Lorenzo Log, two-time winner so far this season, alongside the other two-time winner this season, Carson Bowers. Both of them have 2 wins and are looking pretty strong coming into the latter half of the season. Our points contenders are all down here. Jackson back here, a few rows behind row 5. Then you got Fitzwater right a row behind him. And then I believe you'll see Constantine a row behind him. So our points contenders are all down here. We'll have to see how that shakes up the points, especially because Fitzwater and Jackson are on the outside and not on the inside like Constantine. As there is a problem Windhelm, so we are going to have to restack the start. We'll be back at the green flag in just a moment. Constantine would be on the outside of a 4 wide once again, hit the wall, hit Lorenz, and it would hit Duncan as well. If it was anyone's fault, it was, oh no, it was really no one's. It was a 4 wide. Constantine was forced wide. Everyone was really just, wrong place, wrong time. The good thing is Constantine didn't get too much front end damage as Constantine kind of stuck here as Lorenz trying to push him out of the way. But not much damage. We do think that Constantine will return to the track as there he goes. We do think that Constantine will return to the track and he will be able to continue to race. So we wish the best of luck because now he's dead last. So Constantine's got a lot of work to do. Pit stops and lots of split strategy. Torres staying out, Brock staying out, Roush staying out. Out of the points contenders, there's a split strategy, as I do think Constantine's going to come down pit road. Fitzwater came down pit road, but Jackson did not. He's going to choose track position over tires. But as we look through the pits, Monaco and Karanko came in. The 2 leaders, as you can see, all these people up here. Constantine is in this. I just need to skip to Constantine. Just fuel. So everyone's just going to try to make a longer green flag run. I think everyone's predicting green flag run. Monaco out of the pits first, Karanko second, Smith third, Caldwell fourth, Rowe fifth, Dodd sixth, Finguy seventh, Anderson eighth, DeMax ninth, and Vincent will round out the top 10 out of the pits. It's not the official top 10 because of the people who stayed out. Lorenzo Log and Constantine bumping out damage. We're not sure if they're going to be able to continue. Yes, Constantine's out. And Lorenz is out. So we'll see. Duncan obviously was able to return. He did not pit, actually. Which I'm very surprised about. But there was no damage to that 23 car, which is probably why. As lots of split strategy. We'll have to see how that works out. We'll be back at the green flag. Alright. So your top 10, Torres, Brock, Roush, Bowers, Arndt, Rahal, Jackson, Shepard, Benoit Ravine, and Darren Weber will round out your top 10. Weber and Mooney, they're good friends and they decided, AZR decided to split the strategy 2 and 2 and put Mooney and Weber staying out. They're good buddies, so they know how to work together, which is good. It's good that they have a good friendship with each other so that they don't battle amongst each other. But with the teams being reduced from 4 to 3 next season, we'll have to see if they get split up. This may be the last time you see a few of these drivers. But it's going to be Sebastian Torres leading him back to the green flag. Green flag is out once again at Michigan. As we already see Roman Rahal, last season's Michigan winner, already trying to make some moves. On the outside, I don't think that's going to work. Mooney already being sucked back into the pack. But there's Darren Weber in a top 10 position. Weber is trying to hold on best he can. But he's being approached by the pack behind, as they already might be going 4 wide. We can't crash again. It's Weber and Mooney who are causing this. But they don't have to heed the blue flags. This all comes down to sportsmanship. How much do you want this position? How desperate are you? You're too desperate. 5 wide. That's not going to work. And around goes Weber. Arndt. A few others. It's still going. It's the big one. Constantine's involved. Fitzwater's involved. How did Sunoco drive away from that? The big one strikes at Michigan. It was Darren Weber and Ron Mooney staying out that caused that to happen. What happened there with everyone? They were too desperate to keep their spots, and Weber got clipped by Monaco, would go around into the middle of the pack, hit Arndt. Duncan would hit the 34 and would hit Fitzwater. But Sunoco will get rear-ended there and hit hard there by Morandi. But miraculously, Sunoco would drive away. He would be okay. And I believe everyone would drive. That's amazing. It's good that everyone was able to stay safe and good here at Michigan. We'll be back. Torres, your leader. Like I said, I can't blame them for trying to keep their spot because this is the best position they had been in all season. But that really costed Weber, as now he's in a damaged car in the rear. Mooney, however, is still 23rd. He's still in a decent spot. And he still has a chance to keep it going if he wants to. But he still has a lot of points to make up after that round 3 incident between him and Brock. But Alexander Rowe and Eugene DeMax, we talked about him all early season. He had a horrible bad luck streak through every single race. He basically carried the bad luck streak that John Arndt had in the 05 car. After DeMax replaced him, it seems that bad luck streak didn't carry over with Arndt and instead stayed in that car, this time with DeMax. And we're waiting to see, can DeMax finally bring something out? Right now, he's in the 2nd position, in a key position. He could win, which would be amazing for him and his team. Right now, I believe he's outside the top 30 in points, so he would need this. But it's going to be Alexander Rowe, the Kansas winner last season, which we're going to Kansas soon. He's going to lead him to the green flag. Once again, lap 14. Green flag is out. Smith started on the front row. He's still here. But again, Cordell Paulson and Hans Windhelm. Everyone's faster than Arndt. Arndt has damage. So everyone's going to be able to slip by Arndt. Or at least most people. Which is good. Arndt's not the main problem. The main problem is that 61 and the 52. Alright, it seems that Cordell is backing off. It doesn't look like Cordell's in that big of a rush. Yeah, Cordell's being a really good sport about this. That's what I appreciate, is that Cordell Paulson isn't trying to mess people up. He's not trying to keep his position. He's just keeping his line. He's going to end up in a 4-wide anyway, but that's because the other guys are just trying to get past him. But that's being a good sport there. Windhelm, however, is doing the other side of the story where he's trying to keep as many spots as possible, which it's also working for him. It doesn't look like the pack bunched up as it did last time. So it looks like we're going to have a decent green flag run this time around. But Windhelm, maybe that worked out for him. As we're back to the front, though. Some people in the back. They did cycle Arndt through to the back, which is good. There's Rob Mooney, so a little bit stubborn, gave up position. Fitzwater, and they're still pushing back Paulson, which Paulson, again, isn't really fighting for it. As you can see right there, he did not care that Brock passed him. Cordell knows very well that he cannot outclass these cars ahead, so he'd rather not get in an incident. Everyone saw what happened, and it looks like Windhelm's starting to do the same. Here is probably the person in the best position right now. Paul Jackson is in an amazing position. Oh, Pericles in the wall from 5th. That's going to up him and Carson another position. But right now, he's in the best position because Fitzwater, all the way back in 21st, battling with Cordell Paulson. Again, Paulson being the nice guy that he is, he's going to let him by. And then Constantine, who is struggling. I'm not sure if there's a mechanical problem of some sort, but Constantine is not as fast as he was before. So, maybe from that first incident. Maybe he still hasn't recovered that rear end damage from that first incident, but this is worst case scenario for season 1 winner James Constantine. Another person this helps amazingly, all the way up here, thin guy in 8th, even though he's behind Jackson. He's behind Jackson in points anyway, but he's also, I believe he's 4th in points, and he's doing pretty well here today. DeMax is having an amazing day for himself. Anderson, another person on a pretty bad luck streak. Smith has been doing decent this season. He hasn't been doing relatively bad, but he hasn't been doing amazing. This is going to be a nice finish for him. And obviously Carson Bowers, another good finish. He's been pretty good this season, just a little inconsistent, which is why he's not at the front. And yeah, even though DeMax is being pushed back, I think he's doing it. I think he's not even fighting because I don't think he wants to even try to fight because he doesn't want to get in another incident. I think he's trying to play it as safe as possible. They're still cycling Cordell back, which is good. He's still not fighting. Like I said, I really respect Paulson here. How he's being a really good sport about this. He's not fighting. I don't even think he's fought with a single person so far for position. He's just trying to stay out of an incident. Good job out of him. They've also been cycling Windhelm back, but Windhelm's been fighting a little bit. But he's only been fighting when it's like this, when there's hardly any people. So that maybe he can just get a position or two back. Fitzwater now up, I believe, in the top 15. So he's on his way up to Jackson. But Jackson is really far up. He's battling for 2nd now. Paul Jackson, the Road America winner, fighting with 2 Epic Motorsports cars. Epic Motorsports so far has been the dominant car this season. But William Bark Motorsports has also been really dominant, especially with that 40 car. Which is pretty weird because the 40 car last season running with Ryan Monaco, I'm sorry Ryan, but you did horrible in that car last season. And Jackson steps in it and he's just doing amazing. That Dunkin' Donuts number 40 car. Here comes Torres now. He is in a Chevy, so you gotta give him credit for battling with 2 Toyotas and a Dodge, along with his teammate Brock, also the team owner. Here's Arndt, who is incredibly slow on track. They're gonna catch him like right now. There they are. Then it's Angel, who's been pretty slow. Weber, who's been a little faster. Duncan as well. Tauger. And everyone ahead, Tauger, Young, Turbo. These guys are just staying on a decent pace. As now they're cycling him back. There's Arndt again. As yeah, we are getting a good green flag run, which is good. We didn't want this to be a wreck fest, and it's not. As now the lap pros are being more of a good sport about it. Hometown hero, Vance Caldwell. He's now up here. I apologize if I do not remember who else is part of the Michigan crew. If I'm correct, I believe Finn Guy's part of that as well. I may be mistaken. If I am, just correct me, I apologize. But, oh, Fitzwater trying to make up good position with the help of Arndt. This is this situation again. The Fitzwater cars and the Team Flame cars. Helping and working together. This is what they've been doing since Pensacola. Those two teams have been in basically an alliance, and because of all this, Fitzletter's in the top 10 again. As for Constantine, that rear end damage from the initial crash is still haunting him. He's 27th. About 10 seconds behind the leader. But as it seems, it's rendering William Brock has taken the second position. William Brock to the lead. Brock has no wins to his name. Not a single one. Even though, again, like Fitzwater, he was dominant last season. He almost got the championship without a single win. But here comes his teammate who didn't have a win coming into the season, but won at Road America, as these guys are fighting it out. Torres is starting to close the gap again. As your top 10, it's Brock, Jackson, Rowe, Torres, Anderson, Carson Bowers, Eugene DeMax, Vance Caldwell, Zachary Fitzwater Sr., and what seems to be Aiden Shepard now, who's going to take over Fitzwater's position because Fitzwater got in the wall. Look at the Red Stallion Brigade! They are looking really strong. Oh, that was scary. Okay, settle. Pericles clipped someone. I hear contact somewhere. Oh, I don't see a pace car. Is pace car still in pit road? Yes, he is. That's good. I thought I heard contact, so I was just afraid. Rowe's in pit road now. Oh, because they were trying to avoid Torres, Carson, and that's Darren Weber are also in the wall. But WBM, I think they're looking for a caution. I think what they're going to try to do is to stretch it so that they can get a caution and they can get an advantage for their team. Right now, the only people who stayed out is these four. Shepard, Caldwell, Rahal, Fitzwater, Roush. Actually, yeah, there's a few people who stayed. There's Rahal. He's in the pits. Carson's staying out along with the two William Brock cars. Caldwell, Shepard, Fitzwater are staying out. Torres is in. Rahal is in. Arndt is in. Benoit stays out. Benoit's been running decently strong today. As this used to be considered a super speedway, but the ruling was changed and this was now remade into a regular speedway because it does not require restrictor plates, which is an interesting concept that the stewards came up with, was that if it didn't require restrictor plates, which Michigan does not, then it is not considered a super speedway, which is what's happening. This is considered a speedway on official terms. So the speedway power out of the Dodges just is not shown today, except for Carson. Carson's pretty strong. Are they pitting? No! These WBM cars are looking strong. Carson's gonna stay. Shepard, Fitzwater. You might be wondering, why are they staying out so long? Because these guys were part of the pack that came in and got tires in the last stop. And we're wondering, is it a possibility they could stretch to the end? Brock says no. And I think Jackson's going to keep going. Carson's in. Fitzwater stays. Karanko stays. So Fitzwater cars are staying as well. No. No, Karanko is not. He's already pit. Dodd is staying out. I saw someone else back here. Roush is staying out. And they're the only ones. 4 people are still out on track who have not pit. Jackson's in. Where's Fitzwater? Fitzwater stays. Is he sure? This is very risky. Right now, it renders, which should be... Constantin stayed out. Constantin's in now. Did anyone stay? Everyone except for Fitzwater has pit. But he's getting help from a teammate, which is good. If you have someone to back you up when you haven't pit. And there's Fitzwater. He's in. Where is Jackson coming out? I think staying out that late did cost him a lot. And I'm not sure about the win right now as a possibility. Yeah, there goes to Max. Gerard Torres. He's dropping. But I do not believe he'll be far. Yep, he'll be with his teammate. I don't believe that would be the first position. I don't believe they're fighting for the first position. I doubt that. But now we have a Fitzwater car in the picture. Jackson's still getting up to speed. Are they? We're checking it at the line. Yeah. We're looking for Fitzwater. He's still in. So William Brock is in a key position right now. He's got to hold off Max Anderson, Alexander Rowe, and his teammate, Paul Jackson. Other than that, it's down to Carson Bowers, Nate Shepard, and it's a pretty big gap down to these guys. Benoit Verveen in an amazing position right now for Trailblazer. At a speedway, nonetheless. There's Fitzwater. He's gonna lose it out of the pits. By a long shot. Fitzwater had a problem. Jackson is sailing to a points lead, maybe. Ooh, Gerard holds him up. Where's Jackson? He's not far, but he's not close enough. Torres had a bad pit stop. He ends up 28th. DeMax 27. Bad luck continues. While helping Fitzwater, Karanko 26th. Lots of problems through the pack. Constantin 13th, gonna salvage something. But right now, Fitzwater 30th. Now it's Max Anderson in the lead. 2 laps to go for Max Anderson. Can he pick up his first career win? Earlier this season, his team owner, Fitzwater, pulled it off. He got his first win. Carson got 2. His first and his second career win this season. Now can Anderson join that club? This seems like it's the year of the Fitzwaters. 1 lap to go for Max Anderson. Last season, everyone was desperate just to get him to lead a lap. And now, he is on his way. Brock is close. Here comes William Brock for the lead. Oh, and it's going to get robbed from him on the last lap. And out of the last corner in a last lap pass. William Brock is going to take his first career win, and he wins at Michigan. Anderson gets another win, robbed out of his fingertips this season. Rowe will take second. Anderson takes third. Jackson an amazing points haul and a great momentum starter for Jackson in fourth. Carson Bowers in fifth. Shepard in sixth. Monaco in seventh. Ray Hall in eighth. Finguy in ninth. And Vincent will round out the top 10. And Brock finally gets win number 1. Let's go look at that last lap pass out of William Brock. Coming into the last corner, here as we come into the last lap, it looked like Anderson might have had it. But it came down to Cordell Paulson finally fighting back on something. And it was the one thing Anderson didn't want Cordell to fight for. And that was to stay on the lead lap. Brock would be able to slip under him, would get the advantage, and William Brock would never look back. He'd take the final corner, and William Brock, after his whole season, after almost dominating the entire first season, he finally gets the first win of his career in Season 2. Congratulations, William Brock. Let's go look at your finishing results. So it's William Brock taking his first career win at Michigan. Alexander Rowe and Anderson round out the podium. Jackson, good momentum in 4th. Carson Bowers in 5th. Shepard in 6th. Monaco in 7th. Ray Hall 8th. Finguy 9th. Vincent 10th, as you all know that. Benoit Verveen gets an amazing finish for Trailblazer in 11th after at Sonoma getting a 3rd. Benoit Verveen is on a good luck streak so far. Collins in 12th, Dodd in 13th, Constantin, decent day in 14th, Mooney, that's the points he needed, in 15th, Pericles 16th, Caldwell 17th, Roush 18th, Turbo 19th, Arndt 20th. Other names throughout, Trainer 22nd. Fitzwater will get points, but just barely. He will get the minimum amount of points you can get for position, and that is in 30th. Not a good day for Zachary Fitzwater, not a very good day for Constantin, but an amazing day for not only Jackson, not only William Brock, but the whole team did well. Monaco gets 7, like said, and Vincent in top 10. All 4 of them got top 10, and I think they might have took Constructors' points lead. Next time, we're going to Talladega, boys. And after Talladega, it'll be Mid-Ohio. So after this race, soon after this race, you will be seeing a Mid-Ohio sign-ups, and the Sunoco Royale will begin. But until Talladega, folks, congratulations to William Brock, and we'll see you next time. Ciao.